Hello, welcome to the fifth session of this Blade Runner game in which I am running the Electric Dream scenario from the Blade Runner starter set by Free League to this group. I'm Chris and I'm GMing. We get my players to quickly introduce themselves again. B.
Hi, I'm B. I'm playing Oelsen, Bakker, an Enforcer.
Bruce.
Hi, I'm Bruce. I'm playing William Novak, an Inspector.
Excellent. And Nick.
I am playing FN9 2.39 Fenna, a Doxie.
And Andy.
Hi, I'm Andy. I am playing Percival, who's a replicant analyst.
Okay, last time the team made some progress in their investigation to try and track down the missing replicant Blade Runner, Lear, known as Lear. They are currently, we have Oelsen, Bakker and Mr. Novak, Inspector Novak, are in the Kill Magazine offices interviewing Jill Shaler, the editor of this magazine. They are in the little study to the corner, meeting room in the corner of the floor, and so Jill Shaler has just revealed that he was present when the shooting took place, and he has just claimed that that Lear was the one who shot Sandor. He looks at you both expectantly.
Sorry, can you say that again?
He looks at you both expectantly. Or a bit before. He has just made the claim that...
No, sorry, that was me asking him
In
that.
character, yeah.
Sorry?
Alright.
Good start.
Right, do that again. Andy can cut that
again.
No, I'm
Read
leaving
it.
that in. It's hilarious.
Yeah.
Nearly as hilarious as me assuming a pawn shop was something to do with dirty magazines.
Oh, yeah.
You heard me.
All right.
The Lady Blade Runner.
Surely
B.
you have evidence to
Hold
back
out her
up
blaster.
this claim.
Shot him straight. What kind of evidence would I have? What, you think I stopped to take a picture? One of your own went
You're a
berserk by
journalist.
shooting people.
Surely you had some kind of recording device, and it just happened to happen whilst you were there having a conversation with your friends.
He looks a bit embarrassed and says, to be honest, I ran.
Do I believe him?
Do you believe him?
Does he look like it? Do I believe him? Can I roll an insight?
You can make an insight check.
Thank you.
All right.
Straight roll, isn't it? Is the horse the bad thing yet? Or is
Yes,
that
it is, but
only
it's not bad unless you push the roll.
Okay, I'm
Technically,
not
it's a
going
unicorn as well.
Oh, is it?
Horse.
Sure, it's a fucking horse.
Yeah,
I'm not going
he's
to push it.
completely his shame at not having actually got any documented evidence for it. You touch and you realise that you touched the nerve when you asked that. His reaction to that seems to be genuine.
I look to William, Mr. Novak, Inspector Novak, and I say, this guy's just full of surprises with nothing to back up his mouth.
It does seem a little suspicious.
Maybe you can give me something. Tell me something about this. These two characters.
What the officers involved in this case.
If you give me something, maybe I can give you something.
I kind of look shrewdly at him. All right. I gather the. Can I just make a above table ask? The information that we have about Leia having gone for recent tests about her, was it like the synthetic? Right. Is it synthetics?
Yes. So,
like checking them.
That's correct. Leia failed 2 baseline tests consecutively, and so she had to go in for a process, which was recalibration, which was completed, I think we established 11 days ago.
Okay. And is that like
incident?
before the incident? Gotcha. And would that be like public record? Could he get hold of that information fairly easily if he'd have tried, or is that kind of like completely not for public?
That is privileged information. That's classified information, classified by Wallace Corporation and shared with you.
Right. Okay.
It
I
would
won't
imply
say
he
that
had a
then.
very good contact.
Yeah. Yeah.
Just to give you the B, there's a handout
Yeah,
that
yeah.
covers it. Handout F covers it, and it's interesting because it's far worse than I think I personally realised. She failed a baseline test on the 3rd of March, a baseline test failed again on the 27th of April. She was suspended on the 28th of April, had a recalibration on the 7th of May, returned to active service on the 8th of May, and then on the 19th of May she shot her partner. So,
What does recalibration mean in this context? A reboot, a wipe, and a fresh boot, or?
No, it's less serious. I'm going to be completely honest here for the benefit of anyone who watches this in the future. As a gem, I've been called out here. I don't know exactly what the recalibration involves, but I know that it involves some behavioural modification, but it does not involve a complete wipe of their memory or anything like that, or their personality.
To be honest, we probably as characters don't know really what a reboot means either. So
Quite possibly.
I don't think I was going to tell him that she'd recently failed some baseline tests to see if that was enough information, but I don't want to tell him if he's not going to get that information by himself anyway. So, unless Novak has something to say, I can.
Is he aware that both of them? Do we know if he's aware that both of them are replicants?
No, you don't know if he knows that.
Oh.
I wonder if that's too much, but also quite a useful.
Yeah.
Because he doesn't like replicants, one presumes.
Well, it does say replicant killer on the run in his magazine, so he does know that Leah.
But does he know that Sandor was a replicant? Oh, replicant killer on the run. So that could be either, right?
Oh god, that could be either a killer of a replicant or a replicant that kills. I think Bakker says to Gel, perhaps the information that we can give you could help us both. We are currently still on the lookout for Leah. She is still at large, and she was seen leaving the nightclub very shortly after the incident, and had made her way to, where was it she'd made her way to? What was the place called?
Somewhere in Animaloid Row.
Animaloid Road. That's it. That's the word. And had made her way to Animaloid Road. Is that enough information for you, or do you?
That helps me out. It doesn't surprise me entirely. Can you confirm that one or both of the Blade Runners involved were in fact replicants?
That must be easily. That presumably is relatively easy information to get. You could make an inquiry about a police officer.
Nonetheless.
No. But that was to the GM to kind of ask whether that's a. There is some weight to us actually confirming that, though.
I think we should confirm it.
What, that she's a replicant?
They're both replicant, because it's going to come out anyway. So.
Yeah, we can confirm that they are both replicants.
Nods. Steadily and says, interesting.
Very much interesting.
That's something for us.
Couldn't kill each other.
He looks a little bit pleased. And can you give me a statement on your opinion on replicants being part of the Blade Runner unit in light of these events?
I think that will very much depend on what you can give us.
Okay. You're aware of the replicant underground?
Yes.
You would be aware of that. I'm not sure if it's come up, but it's fairly obvious what it is. Well, they've got some kind of hideout or safe house, something like that near Animaloid Row in Sector 4. There's a vendor there called the Aurelian. Sells fake butterflies.
That is
See?
information we were somewhat already aware of, but I suppose it doesn't help that you've confirmed it.
Were you aware they had a safe house there?
No, but we've been there and seen
Okay,
the
just
butterfly guy and just kind
again,
of fluffed
for
it. Yeah.
the benefit of anyone looking at this, there's quite a long break between these sessions, so I've forgotten some of the details that the guys have got. So my apologies if I'm being a bit.
All good.
So is he saying that the Aurelian knows where the safe house is, or that his actual house is a safe house?
He knows where the safe house is. He's part of their whole network.
And for our education, Replicant Underground is smuggling replicants,
Hiding
off-world.
replicants, smuggling replicants to safe places. Off-world, he says. They've got a whole network going. Other activities as well, you know. Smuggling, narcotics, prostitution, you name it. He spouts off a bit.
You come to know this information about the butterfly dealer person.
I make it my business to know things. Do you see what it says on the office door? Editor.
See what it says on his badge? Investigator.
Very much alike you and me. Very much alike. Now, that statement, he says, switching on a little recording device. Some words in light of these recent events on including replicants within the replicant tech unit.
Replicants are much like humans in the way that they operate. I'm sure you're aware that their programming is so sophisticated that they are subject to fallibility as are humans. That's our official statement.
Okay. Thank you, he says. And he turns to Novak and says, do you have a personal view, Officer Novak? Have they made a positive difference to the performance of the RDU?
Replicants augment the people that are present in the what was it called, the Blade Runner unit?
Yes.
Yeah, replicants augment the people that are in the Blade Runner unit.
He sort of says, very good. He clicks it off. That'll do. I'm sure I can get something interesting with that. But well played. Okay. Anything else I can help you with, officers?
Not this time. But I suspect we'll be back.
I'll look forward to it. I'll get a good coffee out.
Forward to seeing you again then.
She nods at him.
Thank you. Right, let's go.
Okay, you head back out onto the mean streets and the rain. And you, right, I believe that is everybody completed their activities for this shift. Novak and Oelsen done Kill Magazine. Fenna went to Bullet Bob's. And Percival, you went to Aris's apartment where you got...
a load of stuff about people breaking into her apartment.
People have broken into her apartment, that is correct.
But they left the most valuable thing, which is Anamoid iguana. There was a lack of consistency. There was a lack of consistency in the graffiti. It looked like a fake anti-replicant attack. And I think I was intending to go back to our base to try and... No, I'd already tried to trace. I think I've actually gone back to the base, and you said in the time I could go back, and I've already done some research trying to follow them on the cameras to see where the people go when they leave her apartment. And
I generously did some of that, yes.
Sorry?
Yes, I did.
Yeah, and they go. I think they very deliberately went to points where they disappeared from view, and
they were pretty good. You got a view of one person. Don't know his name. No image only. Have I got this the right person? You saw him.
Ooh, this is a new one. I haven't seen this.
Yeah, that is a new one.
Ooh. Right. I will have to. That's possibly giving me something next to do. I'm assuming to run facial recognition software based on, because that tattoo is really quite distinctive. That would require me being back at base, I'm assuming.
No, you can do all these things from your units within your cars, within your spinners. You get a bonus if you do it from within your base. That's why I was allowing you to do it.
Right. Does that require an action for a shift to trace that, or can I just set a computer program going to try and find him?
No, that requires a tech roll from you.
And a period of time or not?
No.
No. Okay. Can I do that tech roll then, please?
Yep. You can.
Right. Tech.
Then we're going to call it on this.
No tech roll for you. How dare you?
No, not allowed.
I don't remember last time I rolled appallingly the entire time.
That's a good start there.
I'm not pushing because I'm on a resolve of 1 still, so I can't push anything.
Well, it's not this. It's really important. Okay.
Well, I think because if I lose my last resolve point, I think I have to go and have a baseline test.
Get down from there.
Depends if anyone notices. If you lose if you lose a point of resolve, then that's generally not considered a good thing.
No.
But from
I want to say to the team, because we're all connected by our devices. Do you think that our next steps is to go back to the Butterfly Man? And do you think we should get a warrant? Because he was giving us the run around before, and I'd like to apply a little bit of pressure. It'd be great if we had a piece of paper to say that we could do that.
Certainly an avenue we could try. I'd like to use the see if there's any camera coverage of Bullet Bob's shop. See if I can use that to kind of trace where Leah went.
Well, she's on foot, so
she could, right.
So you should be potentially we might be able to. Where was Bullet Bob's? It's in the city, isn't it? So it might be able to trace her from camera to camera and trace her.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
Close together, yes.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
About the only other place that we haven't been is Doc Badger, which was a timely reminder at the beginning.
Is that
there was a photo, some photo of Doc Badger or Doc Badger on the back of a photo?
That is the Pawn PAWN shop.
That's correct.
PAWN shop.
I think based on the information that you've gathered, I think all 4 of us should go to the Aurelian now.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think that's. I don't know what kind of warrants we need or anything like that, but I'm sure we can obtain those while we're in transit. Because I'm assuming that Oelsen and Novak are in 1 spinner, and the other 2 of us have got. So we'll have to arrive in 3 separate spinners. So I think the first one's there, just sort of set up somewhere where you can see the Aurelian, and then we'll just gather up.
Unless we want to surveil him for a while.
Well, it'll be one or the
spooking
other.
Him.
Yeah.
Well,
if you want to surveil him, that'd have to be first for sure.
I think it's something like me sat out the back in case someone runs out the back of it, and the others of you going through the front door, or what? One of us.
Well, it's more. Do we? Once we go in and declare our hand and start questioning him, it may be that if he clams up or he doesn't say anything, we looking, he would be on lookout afterwards. He'd be somewhat suspicious. Whereas if we say spend a shift just surveilling him, we might see some suspicious activity, and then we can go in and give him some tap if needs be.
Who went in to see?
Probable cause kicks in door.
who went in to see him last time?
Oh God.
I wasn't there.
I think that was
so definitely not me.
It was the day before. Today, I think. It's just been a very long.
I think all 3 of you were physically there, but I'm not sure all of you went
in.
Yeah, all 3 of us were there, definitely. I think Oelsen and William went in. I don't think.
Yeah.
I don't
Yeah,
think Fenna went in.
I don't recall being a part of that conversation,
Yeah.
at least.
I think you were eating noodles or something outside.
Yeah, something like that.
Well, there was a person outside, I think, that they went to speak to. So
Yeah, that might be what it was.
because we split off slightly, even though we're just
Yeah.
outside the shop. Sorry, GM. In regards to perhaps obtaining a warrant at this point, would we have enough
Really
evidence?
sure you need one.
No?
Your blade
Okay.
you kind of kick down towards where you want to, I think, pretty much.
Fair enough.
Oh, so we're the Inquisition then.
Yes, absolutely. Let's go.
Let me go get my black trench coat cap.
I don't want to go and look it up, but
I thought that, but I didn't want to make an assumption.
No,
there.
I think on the grounds that we are potentially pursuing a potential murderer who is an out of control replicant, I think we've got authority to just start. If it was the Wallace Corporation, I think it's more political issues rather than warrants.
Yeah, yeah, that's true. This guy's just a shop owner. Let's go kick his doors in. I paused.
But yeah, so I'm going to start heading in my spinner to Anemoid Row.
okay.
Yeah, I think we should all converge and
Yeah, I
surveil.
Can I make that check of the cameras quick before I head there, or
No, you got to choose what you want to do.
all right, I'll go with everyone and set up because I'm good talksman, so I should probably be around.
Apparently, you do need a warrant.
Okay. Could we put in for a warrant then?
Well, it says here arrest warrant costs you 1 promotion point. Seems a bit odd.
I'd happily spend 1 promotion point. Hang on, let me see how many promotion points I have. Would that be in?
I mean,
inventory?
look, we could always do
I have
the
2 to spend.
Classic police trick of getting them to open the door and then putting a foot inside.
Yeah.
And then if they close the door, it's assaulting an officer, which is probable cause.
You're all going to the Anemoid Row, are you?
Yeah, and it's a shop, so it's open. Now we've done 1 shift in the morning, haven't we? So it's about lunchtime.
The morning shift. So this is the afternoon shift then. So it's lunchtime and then.
Yeah. Okay. So I'm going to go and find somewhere to sit up on Anemoid Row and get some lunch, and just start observing because I've not been seen there in connection with this.
Yep.
So I'm going to take the lead on sort of surveillance.
Subtlety.
Well, actually, if you and Fenna want to do that, then myself and Oelsen can go and just quickly have a look at Doc Badger.
Yeah, that's fine with me.
Okay. Shouldn't take too long.
All right.
Yeah, I only these 2 people to surveil, and then that's 1 shift surveilling, and then the next shift.
Then we'll join you and break his door down.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know how many shifts are we till end of day. GM.
If this operates off the same system as T2K 4th edition, it's 4 shifts total for the day.
And you have to rest for one of them.
And you have to rest.
Okay.
So you're in the afternoon shift now. Then there's an evening shift and a night shift.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, cool. So surveil 1, action 1. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
And we'll go to.
So
I can do the surveillance.
Fenna and Percival meet up to surveil Anemoid Row, and Bakker and Novak go to Doc Badger's.
Okay. Yep. Just checking my Right. So let's do Doc Badgers first. So who's Doc? So B and Bruce, you're Doc Badgers. No, let's do your surveillance at the Aurelian. Okay. Excuse me, having to look things up.
All right. I'm trying to figure out what we were doing at Badgers.
So there's a
there's
the bedside photo of
that was
a girl, and written on the back of it was something relevant.
I think it was just Dog Badger.
I think it was just the words Doc Badger, wasn't it?
Yeah,
Right.
but it's essentially, it looks like a picture of, the picture looks like Leia as a kid.
Yeah. Which obviously.
Oh, hang on a
is,
sec, Chris. I've just remembered something.
Or what?
I've just remembered something. I think.
There's also the poem.
There's some shared dream thing, isn't there?
Yeah, I want to go to Doc Badgers. I'm sorry, I'm going to Doc Badgers. I just
Right,
remembered.
okay.
Yeah.
So,
Then
Can we quickly recalibrate who's going where then?
I'll
Yeah.
surveil with Fenna then. So it's my
Okay.
specialty, observation and stuff. So
Okay, so
Yeah,
B
and I'm
and
pretty decent at that as well. So,
Oelsen
well, actually,
and Percy, you're going to Dot Badger.
Yeah.
Novak and Fenna are going to the Aurelian. Right, okay. Let me just check a few things.
because you said, I'm pretty certain, Chris, you said this picture of Leia as a kid fits with my memory of my best
Oh,
friend
that was
Leia.
it. Yeah.
Yes, it does.
Yeah. So there's some kind of shared memory going on there, but it's all constructed
Mhm.
memories to both replicants.
Gotcha.
ah,
Okay,
yes, Dr. Badger.
Let's do Dot Badgers first.
So I think we meet
Oh.
up, and who? And I think Oelsen transfers to my spinner,
I'll just
Okay.
jump in.
and then we
As we
arrive at
pass
my
each
spinner.
other.
Yeah, well, both are midair. You just leap
Oh
over.
yeah,
You know.
I should probably stop. Damn it.
Well, I mean, I was just thinking, the old Clone Wars special. You drop like 3 stories directly into the open side of the personal spinner, and just go on your merry way.
So where is Doc
I-
Badgers? It's a pawn shop somewhere.
Is that the 5?
Okay, drive us out there.
Okay.
Fly us out there, rather.
You fly up to nondescript street on sector 5. It's broad daylight, which means that there's actually enough light to see by, but still pretty dark, and the electric lights are flickering as you approach a fairly small shop. Doc Badger written on the front of it. The emblem of the buying and selling. It's like cash converter or something like that, but a very small version of it. It has a variety of odds and ends in the window. There's a couple of people in there browsing. Apparently, you can see from outside.
This seems to be important to you, Percy. I don't know what you want me
Percival,
to do
please.
in this. Of course.
Sorry, it was me that started that.
She always calls you Percy. You're always correcting her. Do you want me to back you up in any specific way, or am I just there for
Well,
support?
I haven't mentioned this out of character. I haven't said this at all in character
No.
yet. I should say, I must tell you something. So, this picture that was found in Leia's apartment.
Mm.
This fits with a memory of mine.
You knew Leah?
My memory of myself as a child in a derelict housing projects of the Los Angeles hills. I was playing with my best friend Leia, who looks like that, in a crumbling building when it suddenly collapsed. I made it out and she didn't. Now, I'm not having any form of episode. I am a replicant. I know that is an implanted memory to help bring me stabilization.
I don't know if it's insensitive to ask, but is there if they are implanting memories of perhaps groups of you, is Leah part of your she struggles to find the words. Batch of replicants. I suppose that would make you siblings, wouldn't it?
I think you would prefer the word cohort.
I still use the word batch.
Honestly, I'm not sure. That is a very interesting question. And he looks up where is Leia's data file. You see, the thing is, I don't understand. So her code number is LH3-7.93. My batch code is JL2-7.80. So there is some similarity, but I don't understand it enough to state whether we are part of the same cohort.
You wouldn't know.
No, I think that's something that only the Wallace Corporation would know. I doubt even.
As far as you know, your memory should all be unique.
Yeah. But my understanding is that memories are created to be unique. Therefore, I am intrigued by this connection, which is why I was so keen to come to this place.
Lead on, Percy.
Okay.
Just one thing to say though, I do know someone within the RDU crime lab who she's another replicant who has the same incept date as me. So I think if Leia had the same incept date as both of us, I'd know. So I don't think she's from the same cohort. But that's an educated guess. And I shall walk into Doc Badger's. Sorry, just while we've been talking, I've been looking at what's in the window. There's nothing like, I don't know, a replicant pistol in there or anything like that that's been
Nothing
sold.
like that, no. On the front of it, it's got DVD players, it's got bits of expensive electronic equipment, game consoles, it's got some a case which has got some inexpensive looking jewellery in it. It's got, some bike parts maybe, stuff of value, small valuable items, but nothing too valuable.
Okay.
Which when you enter, you see where the valuable stuff is, because the room is there's a single room divided by a counter which has got a sort of plexiglass kind of screen across above it, and
Probably
behind
a small.
the guy who's standing behind that screen, who is presumably Doc Badger, who is currently talking to a diminutive man who's and they're examining a watch together. Presumably the valuable stuff behind that screen, as you can see, more up-to-date equipment, more expensive-looking jewellery in the case underneath the screen in the counter itself. There's this diminutive guy with a watch and another person browsing the shelves.
I'm gonna.
It's got a really broad selection of things.
A little case of Mall Ninja weapons.
Yeah.
Chinese throwing stars that don't actually do anything.
I'm going to.
Yeah. Well.
I was gonna wait I was going to hold off while the other people are finishing and just glance around and just see if there's anything else that just has that eerie, familiar feeling to it like this photo does.
Nope.
Okay.
Nothing in particular.
Okay. I shall just wait my turn then politely, because I'm always polite, and I shall wait for the other people to finish their business.
They finish their business and it comes round to your go, and and there's Doc Badger, a young-looking man.
Is that a tattoo across his face, or?
Yes.
Interesting tattoo.
He gives you a broad smile with a very friendly, even voice. Says, Good afternoon, sir. How can I help you? Interesting that you're interested in here. He says, indicating the shop, or are you selling?
Well, I'm interested in some information. I'm going to pull out my ID and show him my ID because that's what I was trained to always do.
Oh, he sort of gives a oh and looks slightly downcast.
You do have though this is official business, you do have a number of interesting things, and I may well come back for some of those. But on the official side, there is an investigation going on.
Promises you can't keep.
And this photo turned up, and I'm going to show him the photo. I can't remember who's got the original, but I'm going to assume I've collected it off whoever, because we were talking about coming to this place. And show him and just show him that it says Doc Badger on the back. What can you tell me about this photo, please?
He sort of looks at the photo himself, looks at the back of it, and says, he looks at you, looks back at the photo, and then gives a sort of one-shouldered shrug and says, "Yeah, I made this. Lady came in. She was a replicant, and she asked me to pull it out of her memory."
You can pull things out of people's memory.
Yeah, well, I can. It requires a special process. The machines are unusual. It's called a stelline scan.
Have I ever heard of this? I'm a tech.
Yes, you probably have heard of this. Yes, sorry.
Yeah, okay.
You have heard of this. It is a process you're aware of that we use to access the built-in memories that a replicant has.
Okay. And I shall then show him a picture of Leia as an adult. Is this the lady that acquired the picture?
Yep, that's her.
And when was this, please?
A couple of days ago. No, more than that. A few weeks ago.
So is this while she was suspended?
She said she was Nexus 9, wanted a stelline scan. Said she was reviewing her own memory implants. Then she asked me the hard copy of this character.
Well, that is
her daughter.
That is a memory that's been implanted of Leia as a child.
No, she said it was her daughter.
I look at Percival like, what the fuck?
Interesting.
Yeah, she was really upset. Really upset when I handed her the picture. I mean, seriously.
I need to be very particular. I'm sorry to push you. You said about a couple of weeks ago. Can you please work out the exact date? Do you have any records of payment that you can work out? Add a character, Chris. Basically, I'm just going through the performance report. I'm trying to figure out when it fits in the
whereabouts,
timeline.
in
Is
the
it
performance.
after
Before
her
or
ascension
after reset?
and her recalibration on the 7th of May?
Hold on.
No worries. Her daughter. Oh my
Hold
god.
on.
The plot thickens.
Would have been just after her recalibration.
After.
I had to go to the handout to work that out as well.
Disquieting.
Just after recalibration.
That's, yeah.
In fact, I would even go as far as to say mildly perturbing.
Bakker asks Doc, she says, you know how to work with a lot of replicants in their memories. That's quite a unique skill. Was there anything else that she asked you to do? Or was it just to look for this?
She asked me for a pretty thorough scan of her memories, and I did it. And then she asked for this picture he pulled out.
Did she say that she was looking for anything specifically, or just for you to?
No. I just provided her with a data file with, for her to skim through. She picked out that. Did not take her long. She knew what she was looking for.
And
I don't
she-
suppose you still have that data file. Sorry, Percival.
No, that's a very good question.
No, she took it with her.
Is above the table question. Replicant children, do they exist? Is that a faux
No.
pas? Is that
No.
no?
No.
Replicants are sterile. Very definitely sterile.
Right. Oh, no, I was thinking like whether they made a child as a replicant, if you know what I mean.
That would be
Like
very,
if there was a
very
physical.
unusual. Replicants
Yeah.
are normally,
And in fact, largely unethical as well, I think.
yeah.
That's what I was thinking. It's like turning a child into a vampire sort of thing. Forever young.
One of the whole elements of the latest of the plot of the films is about the fact that there may have been a replicant that could have a child, a female replicant. It's a big plot line.
Gotcha.
And replicants normally sort of are become active as fully grown adults, but about sort of aged about 20ish. So did she by any chance tell you the name of her daughter?
Yes, he did mention it.
Do you remember what it was?
Seems searching his data banks.
He does. I am searching my data bank. My apologies.
Sorry.
I'm going to have to. He gives you a name.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dina.
Sorry?
Dina.
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 Okay. And
I don't know if that's correct spell or that. Thought I'd make a note.
how quick is the process to pull someone's memories?
12 hours, he says.
How about if it's one specific memory?
It's an inexact science getting exactly the right time. You wouldn't I can't pull out a memory of, for instance, your third birthday or something like that. But if you give me a time range to work with, then within a year or so, I can usually get it. Not guaranteeing anything. A couple of hours to get most of what a replicant would need. Can I ask, sir, is one a replicant oneself?
I am, yes.
If you require such a service from me, then I can provide that. He leans forward and says, I've got the time machine out back.
One quick question does it only work on replicants, or can you do it on humans?
Only on replicants. It only worked on the section of memory that was implanted. So if you had something happen to you yesterday and you wanted to relive the memory or have a printout of the memory or something, I couldn't access it because that's a natural memory. It's the memories that are implanted as part of the construction process, like the
very interesting. Right.
the calibration process.
Bakker, do we have time to try and find the memory that is in my head?
We've obviously this is the beginning of our this new shift, isn't it? So how long is a shift?
About 4 hours, 6 hours,
4
something
hours.
like that.
So if he said a couple of hours, we probably do have the time.
Do we have
but
time,
Bakker
Chris?
is.
Yeah, I think you would.
Yeah. Okay.
Bakker
Anyone else who
kind
knows
of
the game well now is cursing me and saying, no, you got it wrong, but I'm not going to look up the Stelline scan now. So for things to work at the pace of plot, yes, you can.
Percival's
Can
like,
Bakker
"Candy
make
store. Can we stop in there for a couple
insight,
hours, please? Please."
an insight check just on this guy. She thinks he's fairly straight cut from how he's been acting, but if she's going to be left in charge of making sure that Percival's not being fucked with, whilst he's presumably inactive, whilst this memory thing's going on, I want to know that I can trust him. So can I do an insight check?
Yes, you can.
Thank you. Oh, I'm going to
I'm not
push
quite
it.
sure.
Now I pushed it. In that yeah.
Yes, he seems. No, you're not sure. He's seems
Per-
up and friendly.
Andy,
Seems
Bakker
friendly,
seems
but friendliness
feel
like
is
this
is-
technically a cover.
unsure, but sort of looks. Does Percival seem like he really wants to do this?
Yes.
Yeah. She goes,
This is actually an important plot point. I feel I ought to look this up. Actually, sorry.
that's right.
If anyone knows
Okay.
where this
I do
blast
not.
this.
What's that, sorry?
What are you trying to figure out?
I feel that this is becoming an important plot point. I probably actually have to bloody look up.
The memory pulling.
I don't know
Or how
where
long
it
it
is.
takes
It's
and
in a
whatnot.
sidebar somewhere.
Oh, I see. For the process of it and like whether he's out of commission, etc. You might lose all your memories, Andy.
No, he's just
No,
just having
he says that's
coffee.
not the case. No, it's fine. He said that doesn't happen. Well, he reflects quite.
Not
No, it
normally,
has
anyway.
It hasn't happened yet. Wow. Don't know.
The odds are super low. Like you're more likely to get in a car crash.
Bakker goes over to the door of the shop and turns the sign from open to closed.
Okay, he doesn't object.
Oh, bold move.
Yeah. And then she says, "All right," because she's not going to deal with people coming in whilst they're out the back doing this.
I mean, yeah, to be fair, he's probably like, I mean, I'm going to be doing this for a couple hours. I won't be able to tend to
Exactly,
shop
yeah.
anyway. Oh, thank you for doing the thing I was already probably going to do.
Trying to be
Is
helpful.
it in the equipment section, Chris? There's very specific gear described there.
Just gives you a mournful look. I was
So
going to
top
call
labs,
the
even
temp.
design scans, right? And the next one, see page 160, right? The old search function.
I'll obviously just stand by and watch the sort of thing, but I'll be right back. I'll only be a few minutes.
Non-invasive method of reviewing an N9's core memory implants.
What page is it?
Okay, it actually doesn't actually say. So, right, it takes a couple of hours, and he usually would ask you to come back in the evening, but in the thing as you're a member of our
Esteemed
Boys in
member.
Blue.
Well, I presume I need to pay for this, so does that cost me a Chinyan point?
Yeah, pay attention point.
My last one. Oh, no. You see, I've had to.
It's
Okay.
just
You have to
good
right click it to remove
business.
them.
Technically speaking, I should be giving you some money and experience at this point. So you have XP at the end of the whole thing, but
Okay.
probably
Right.
should.
So
You do get paid.
Money.
Yeah. I'm going to describe to him the very specific memory I'm looking for, and I'm going to say, I mean, because he's going to see it, I'm going to say, I have a memory of that same child.
So what is it you actually want from him? A picture of that child.
I want I would like you said you could pull out a data file. Can you pull out the recording, the full memory, as in video and audio, or as so I can experience it, or is it just a picture?
He could do that. He's not sure it's wise, but he could do that.
Why is it not wise?
Could be traumatic.
Oh, see, now you really have to do it.
Well, yes, I suppose I see what you mean, because the building collapsed and I lost my friend. But you see, I understand entirely that it's a fabricated memory. So I think I can handle it.
Yes, yes. Roll the dice.
This is where I completely lose it and B has to shoot me.
Yeah.
Yeah, possibly. Let's go for. I think you need to do that. I think you need to take you to the back where there's a chair with a load of complicated looking electronic equipment, some of which your head goes into. You settle down. I think sounds like B's going getting a coffee somewhere.
No, B just needs to both the truth. She said she's going to stay observe. I think she's staying observing. Olsen is staying observing what is going on the entire time.
Yeah, that is what B stated.
I've got some. Oh, remind me later.
Yeah,
Sorry.
she just popped off for coffee and then made sure the store was closed on her way out. No,
Okay.
no, she's.
So you lose consciousness and awaken about 2 hours later at the end of the shift.
Mm-hmm.
It was very traumatic.
Meanwhile, back at the surveillance.
You have absolutely no recollection whatsoever of what's going on. Yeah.
In fact, all your memories seem to be missing.
Has he managed
No,
to?
you have no recollection of what happens while you go into it and then you wake up from it later. You have no
It's
memories of
like
dreams
going
or
under
anything
for
like that.
anesthesia.
Yes.
Did he manage to pull a video audio copy of the memory?
Yes, he has got it. He gives you a DVD or
Okay.
All right.
I
a
will
video
then.
slug cartridge.
I will then get, because I'm not feeling very stable at the present moment. I was going to give it to Oelsen to review.
Okay, right.
Oelsen is
We'll
back.
do that later because you're right. We've been leaving Bruce and Nick
Okay.
kind of out of things a little
Yep.
bit. So
No, it's fine. I just thought it was quite a cool
Yeah.
segue. Sort of leave him hanging for a bit longer.
good point.
Do it.
Okay, right. So what are you guys up to?
It'll be very short, actually. Yeah, we're going to be sitting there, probably drinking coffee,
Eating noodles, the usual. While
watching the
we're on
Aurelians kind
takeout
of for any
duty.
suspicious activity.
We are on stakeout.
Thrilling stuff.
My favorite.
Honestly, I'm not sure very much is going to happen. I'm afraid.
No, but I mean, the only we probably won't role play it because we're tight on time. But it's one of those opportunities
to be
where
honest, I'm kind of giving up quietly on wrapping up today. Sorry.
Well, it might be an opportunity for Novak and Fenna just to kind of chat about what does Fenna think about the situation and Leah shooting Sandor and just the whole situation.
Yep, good point.
And Novak's a little bit curious about how the replicants on the Force are kind of taking this.
Mm.
Right. Well, think about my character and read my background so that I can remember what my personality is supposed to be. Excuse me.
Okay, but also I think there's a
Yeah.
what do they think about the we'll maybe talk about the underground as well, the replicant underground, and what you think about it. I think it's a good thing, a bad thing, should be shut down, should be encouraged. But yeah, we'll not just chatting, coffee, whatever. So you get bored after the first half hour or whatever. So, and what do you think about this replicant killing replicant?
Yeah, it's a classic cop movie scene.
Yeah.
Yep. So,
given that William doesn't really actually trust, like Novak doesn't actually trust the replicants so much, he's kind of curious to see what makes you tick on the inside. He doesn't actually really believe you're going to feel anything.
Well, as far as the shooting, the evidence certainly does seem to point towards Leah. Luckily, I do have a lead that we can follow up on finding her, and we do need to find her quickly, if only to at least get her side of the story on all of this, and to see how far gone she might be.
Does it not bother you?
That's not in my program.
Huh.
I'm not supposed to be bothered.
But you like your noodles.
Yeah, they're good noodles.
They are good noodles.
You know, my first partner used to take me to this noodle stand.
What happened to them?
Disappeared on a case. Don't know what happened to her.
That must have been tough.
Yeah, it was one of the hardest moments of my admittedly limited existence.
Yeah, you don't have much to sort of prepare you for that, do you?
No. I'm gonna find her,
Huh.
though.
You are.
I swore it to myself. I'm gonna find her.
Every police person's got their own cold case that they're following up, that they're beavering away in the background on. You getting anywhere?
Not yet.
It'd be a strange coincidence if this replicant underground had anything to do with your partner's disappearance.
It's possible.
Were they a replicant?
I don't know.
What do you think of the underground? You ever thought of disappearing?
No, I
Well,
actually, me disappearing, no, absolutely not. I wouldn't trade this job for anything.
That's good to know.
This is where I was meant to be. As
Yeah.
for the underground as a whole, my opinions are mixed. They're coming at it from a well-meaning place, but it's a pretty common saying, the road to hell is paved with good intentions. And
So you'd be all right if it turns out we're going to have to shut it down.
if that's what we need to do to maintain the peace in this city, then that's what's going to have to happen. I won't like it. I won't enjoy it.
Oh, let's hope it doesn't come to that. Let's hope Leah's safe.
I hope so.
Hey, stakeouts. All right, we can leave it there if.
Yeah.
Okay, you're chatting like that. You've been at it for a couple of hours. At this point, you've heard from Bakker and Percival's well under. He's doing something you're not quite sure what. You're finished your noodles. You're on your third cup of coffee. You've got eyes on the Aurelian shop. Turns keep a closer eye. Yeah, I'm going to roll the wrong dice. Bruce, Novak, you're got your eye on the shop. You see Styles go in.
Ooh,
Oh.
Get him.
we'd like to have a chat with him, wouldn't we? Although, for the life of me, I've temporarily forgotten why.
So he was the guy that was when we first turned up at the scene at the thing. He was outside, briefly seen, and then he ran away. He is the person who was involved in the fight before Leah and Sandor come over to intervene, presumably to mediate. So Styles is technically the start of all this.
He seems to be the
The
catalyst because Leia, you're
yeah.
right, Leia shot Sandor when Sandor tried to arrest Styles.
Styles, yeah. And I believe that Styles is known as a friend of Leah and visited her a few times. So, like, he knows her personally. So,
Something else just to throw into the mix, just based on what Nick was saying earlier on. I think Leia, whatever her name is, she's failed a baseline test twice. I think if you fail a third time, it's really, really bad problem. And potentially, I don't know if that gets reset if you've had a recalibration, though, is the only thing. But she could be extremely desperate, is what I was just trying to make the point of.
Yeah, she could be like, this is her last chance.
Well,
You don't want to get
she's blown
caught.
her last chance.
She's blown the last chance, as it were. Yeah.
Yeah, she skipped immediately to strike 3.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And she's now on the run.
She
The
shot another
interesting thing is
blade
how
runner.
the daughter figure fits into this, but obviously.
Do we know if Styles is a replicant?
I can't remember.
Do we know anything about this Styles character?
So Styles.
We did. Hang on.
Have we spoken
Did
to
we?
Styles?
You have
No.
spoken to him, yes.
Styles, but did we
Have we?
void comp him?
I've got some. I think Styles found on Animoid Row, witness to murder, something. Something kicked it off. Said he didn't know Leia initially. He then takes a cab and goes round the block and back to Animoid Row, and then to the Aurelian shop, and then he went to his home
That's it.
address.
He's trying to protect her. He's trying to cover for her.
And I think he's also trying to. This was when you guys were previously surveilling just Animoid Row in general.
Yeah.
I think it's what led to the Aurelian shop is because you spotted Styles, who we had on footage. Because I think we had footage before of Leia left the shooting and got into a metro cab, and Styles left after her and was looking at her as she got in the cab. We had that on the footage.
So we could probably assume that he definitely knows where she is. He lied to us before, and it's going to be very difficult to get it out of him. If we're going to talk to the main guy at the Aurelian, who is the person that has good access to or is known to have access to this underground and the safe house, we probably actually don't want to go and jump on Styles, because that would spook the Aurelian guy, and we've already spoken to Styles.
We could follow him. All right, I'll perk up as we see Styles go into the shop. Take the sort of noodles off the dash, whatever. Throw and get ready to sort of perk up and kind of point Fenna. It's like Styles has just gone in.
Call the station. Tell them to spin up the Widowmakers. No, I'm just kidding.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, the sentiment is well appreciated, Fenna, but potentially this is not the right. No, it'd be like a good, really good Fenna sort of joke, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Probably not the time for that just now.
Call in LAPD SWAT.
Yeah. We'll let everybody know that we've just seen Styles, but I think we're going to hold fire and maybe follow him and trail him. Might split up at this point. One person follow Styles when he leaves. Somebody else stay on surveillance.
Yeah, we'll see if he leaves before the others get here, and then if he leaves, one of us will tail him, and the other one will keep an eye on the Aurelian shop. Seems like a good idea. Just keep splitting the party down. I mean, this game is designed for that.
Yeah, and also we can catch up with you on the next one. So.
Yep.
Right. Okay, so watching, you see that he stands browsing butterflies for a few minutes until the shop is otherwise empty. Then he goes into a close conversation with the man who owns his shop.
The Aurelian.
Yes.
Don't suppose we've got any handy parabolic mics or anything like that? Laser mic?
One of my chopsticks is a laser mic.
With you?
No, probably not. But,
No, I don't think so.
Anybody good at reading lips?
No. I take the philosophy of sometimes that if there's a reasonable reason why your character might have.
No, that's fair enough.
What? Okay, so I'd like to roll. I don't know if this would be observation or insight on their body language.
Probably insight, yes.
Okay.
Our insight rolls have been amazing so far. Good luck. Oh shit! All right.
You
Oh.
do the
This is
race
what
again.
I'm good at. This is what I'm best at.
Oh, fair.
Okay.
I've been doing it on shit rolls.
At the conversation, you would say that the Aurelian appears at least annoyed, possibly angry. Styles has definitely got some sensational worry about him.
Ascension. This can be used. This can be used.
All right.
All right.
Yeah,
What are you
I think
doing?
we're still gonna hold. I think we're gonna hold fire, and then if Styles leaves, I'm gonna follow him.
Okay. Yeah, that works for me.
See if he leads us to lair. Assuming he leaves at some point. It's a race now, but between Styles leaving and Novak's bladder from 3 coffees.
Okay. He leaves and start walking down Anamide Road.
She does.
What? He does.
She,
Styles
he
does.
does. I thought you said Lee. You said he. All right, I'll get out and do my best impression of somebody not following him.
And now we will see the art of not being seen.
Give me stealth rolls.
Just me.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. I'm staying and observing the Aurelian shop.
Okay.
I'm still on stakeout duty.
Uh, Ooh, that's not very good.
Yeah.
That's 0 successes.
Might want to push that.
I shall push that. What does it cost me to push that?
Nothing unless you
Nothing.
roll an origami unicorn. See?
so
I was
clutch.
right. You should have
More
pushed
like it.
that.
That was good.
That
Okay,
was so
right.
clutch.
Jesus.
Yeah, lucky.
Okay. You start following him. Fenna, could you give me a perception check, please?
Observation?
Observation. That's the one I'm looking for. So, skipping between games means that I.
No, it's all good. I've seen so many different ways to have a perception check in games. All right. I'm gonna go ahead and push that. There we go.
Okay, that is pretty okay.
Silence is deafening.
You are sat at your table, keeping an eye out, but you're aware as well, keeping your eyes open around the place. It's sort of natural reaction, and you get a sensation. You realise you're being watched.
Oh.
Counter
Oh no!
surveillance.
Oh god!
Dear me.
A guy. He's wearing a black Cinti leather, presumably, jacket and trousers, combat boots, short hair, pale skin.
Tattoo on his face.
No.
Oh.
Not him.
Dang. I will kind of nonchalantly pick up my communicator. And do those send text messages?
Yes.
Okay, I'm going to text Bruce that I have possibly been made, and that there's a possibility that he also has been made.
Bruce, give me a perception check.
Oh.
Ooh, this is.
Oh,
Oh no!
Ah!
Ah!
No! Not a
One
red
success.
unicorn.
And you've got a well, we've taken that off for you, but you've taken lost a point for that. Okay, right.
Lots of what, sorry?
You've lost a point
I-
of resolve for that.
Resolve. Yeah.
It will have taken it off for you. Should have taken it off for you. Okay, Bruce, you are pick up that message and look nervously around. You see that there is a man with a very similar description of the one I just gave, closing up behind you. Just lost babies, Caroline. Closing up
Sorry.
the distance behind you. That's
Oh, no.
okay. It's been going well. Closing up the distance behind you is not far. Fenna, you see that the guy who was watching you seems to look to the air for a little bit. You recognise received a message on their headset or something like that, and starts walking towards you.
Oh, wonderful.
Oh.
I text the rest of the team really fast that Bruce and I have been made and that combat may be ensuing soon. Bit shorter than that, but that's the gist of what I'm trying to convey.
Okay, Fenna, you watch this guy as he approaches you. He with a very swift, smooth motion, reaches into his jacket.
With a very swift motion, I reach into my jacket
Okay.
for my sidearm.
Now we get to find out how this works.
Ah!
I need to clear my decks a little bit here.
You're only supposed to be surveilling them.
Just closing up lots of things.
Look, he dramatically reached into his coat first. The rules are the movie rules are clear on this.
Yes, he's reaching for his phone.
It could very well be.
I mean,
Can you see Animal
could-
Drone?
Yes.
I would say that's a possibility, except for the fact that he already put his hand up to his ear like he was talking into a communicator.
Yeah,
which
yeah.
would indicate that no, whatever it is he's reaching for, a phone is not that.
You would have been sitting around maybe there.
Trying to get rid of me. For a second.
No, B,
Oh,
you and I have to stand the map or we can't see
Over
it.
there.
Oh, I
Yeah,
see.
that's probably right around where I'd be sitting.
I'm
Yeah.
going to stick you over there. Right,
Thanks.
William Novak, you've been following someone in another direction, so I'm going to move you. Where do we think stars? And this way. Excuse me, as you just fly over there. Sorry,
I may move
Can't-
my token so
Oh.
that it's visible on stuff's on visible on
Oh,
camera.
20.
Okay. Bakker and Percival, you may move your tokens around the place. Everybody else just ignore them. They're not really
Yeah.
there. They're just for the purposes. Right. Your guy is nearby, and yes. So what we do is with you on, we set you. Log out combat state. Door combat state. Now you should both be in the combat tracker now. You are. Now if I roll on for initiative, you reach faster apparently.
Chris, just so you know, in the combat tracker we can see a name for them.
Bloody hell. I changed that as well. Excuse my swearing. I changed that. It's
Yeah,
got another hidden. Well, forget that. You didn't see who that was.
we didn't see anything.
No worries.
Also, I can only
So
Well,
from an initiative point
It's
of view,
also
it's higher
actually
best.
annoyingly not correct. It's just a generic NPC I've got to.
okay.
Yeah.
I can only see
Oh, well.
Fenna. I can't see Novak in the.
That's because he's off. He's off to the
Somewhere else.
walking the opposite direction.
Far right.
Yeah, he's stealthed after
No,
Styles.
I meant in the combat tracker.
That's because we're kicking off with these two. So right, you get to make our first actual combat shot of the game, Fenna. So tell me what you're doing.
So notably, did he manage to actually get his gun out, or is he still reaching into his jacket?
Are you hesitating to find out?
Well, if he doesn't have it out yet, I am obliged as an officer of the law to first say, "Drop it."
No, well, no,
He
you can still
continues to draw
draw.
it and produce.
You can
He's
still draw.
Yeah.
drawing a firearm. Yes.
Yeah.
You
Okay.
can still draw your firearm. You just can't shoot.
Well, yeah. No, I'm going to draw my firearm and point it at him.
Then you can say
Okay.
slowly.
Yeah. Yeah.
He
Slow.
doesn't. He doesn't.
Okay.
He draws his firearm.
Okay. Well, then I guess
Start,
I
please.
am opening fire.
Right. You
Uh,
fire, Bennett. So, well, you know how to do this?
uh,
Right click on him and mark him as your target. So right click on the other guy,
Yep. I've right clicked on him.
and when you see that option, you'll see there's a little toggle target state. Just click set him as your as a target. Okay.
I don't get any menu when I right click the icon on the.
Right. Set that for you.
Okay.
I've done it. So now, if you go to your character sheet combat section, it has the.
Yeah. Yep.
You can
That
pick
part
which
I'm
option
familiar
to
with.
take.
Yep. I am going to let's see. Well, I only need to. He is definitely within medium range, so I will do that.
I'm annoyed about that, Andy, because I changed the names of these squad type characters to get rid of the names. And when I did the update on the module, it changed it back.
I'm gonna hit him with the sonic
I assume
blast.
that's happened.
Sonic
Very,
boom!
very restrained of you.
All right, so he is in range. He is not a small target. He's not a large target. He is not behind cover. I have not taken careful aim.
Okay, there are people around, by the way.
Okay. Well, then it's about to get very loud for them.
Yeah.
Painful for him, loud for them.
Yeah, so you got two options. So you go the first or the second one. You'll be the second one.
Yeah. I'm doing the second one because
Oh,
he's
no,
well
no.
within medium range, and I'm just making sure my double checking my modifiers before I shoot.
Okay.
Yep. That is. I'm going to push that.
Oh, how did you make it do Sonic Blast?
When I clicked the weapon, and then roll item, and then it's the bottom option.
Sorry, I don't know if you hear me. I think Novak's got an old-fashioned pistol.
I've got a Sonic round in mine.
You've got something around?
Yeah. I just had never investigated it.
All right, so I
What do they do?
crit hit.
Right.
By the looks of it.
You can. That's a hit and a crit. You can roll a critical hit for that just by clicking the button.
All right.
Nice.
What? Table 5, the clues. What?
I got crashed transport. Like that's
That
not.
is wrong.
That is the wrong table.
The wrong table. That is not correct. Let me go and find the appropriate table, and we'll.
I rolled a 3, I believe.
I rolled a
Or
5.
hold on. I rolled a 5. Okay, so yeah, just pull
I'm
it.
assuming it's the crushing table rather
This
than the
one,
vehicle damage table.
5.
Crushing, not crashing.
Well, it's because it's from the clues, and the crash
Yeah.
transport is presumably a clue. So,
Very nice.
but for a hot second, I was like, "Wow, this thing is like way heavier of a weapon than I thought it was."
Just took out a passing vehicle.
I just took out like a box truck that was delivering like various animatronic parts.
Chris, if you're still looking, I think the table's on page 73.
Yeah, I'm not so much concerned about that. They're trying to find the body injury compendium with the where's the items. What was it? Broken rib.
Broken rib. Yeah. Sonic Blast will do that at like 5 feet range.
Okay, right. Disadvantage to the mobility rolls. You shoot him and hit him, and you only hit by one. So your shot goes off with a massive noise, sonic, enormous amount of noise when you fire it. Everyone immediately starts scattering around the place. He's hit, and in the chest, he's the sonic blast has definitely winded him, and
Chris,
but he's still on
your
his
audio cut out then, sorry.
he smashes into his chest, but the sonic blast isn't enough to take him down. He's maybe wearing some body armor. I think he gets to just fire his magnum back, but I'm going to give him a disadvantage. Just been hit.
Is anyone else getting broken?
Yeah, I'm getting that cutting out as well.
Chris,
Alright, okay.
Are
Right. We're piecing it together.
Nick.
It's only like the last syllable at the end of the sentence.
Sorry about that. Can you hear me better now?
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah.
Okay, this seems. How do I?
So who's our actual combat person? Because it's not me.
It's me.
Shame that.
I'm so mad.
Fun.
Is it? I'm worried I'm doing the shooting wrong here. Is there more?
Why?
It must be more. It must be more to it than just roll. Everyone, you. All right. Before that happens, okay. You have a. You went first, so you drew your pistol, shouted out to him. He didn't. You hit him.
He's only rolled one of dice on his attack, though.
That's right. An improvised rule that says that if you've just been hit, you're immediate shot immediately afterwards.
Okay. Okay. Well, disadvantage is normally you roll an extra dice to take the lower of the two results.
Is it?
Is it?
I thought for the system disadvantage was it just reduced your.
Remove one of the dice roll.
I'm misremembering. Apologies.
Yeah, because well, what it does is it reduces until you're down. Eventually, if you have two dice, it reduces them eventually down to 2d6.
Yeah, you reduce to dice type. That's it. Yes.
Yeah. Yep. And then the vice versa is all the way up to a d.
Oh, this is all going wrong.
It's all good.
So,
What's wrong at the moment?
Oh, I already took the 2 damage, but I'll
You
just
take 2 damage, and I believe if 2 damage is dealt in a single shot, then that's a on the critical table as well.
It is, yep.
Oh, fun.
So,
Guess who's going to the hospital today?
You mean the garage, right?
Oh no, you do a critical hit if you roll 2 eyes. 2 damage, I don't think.
2 eyes, 2 damage. No, you don't take a critical hit.
Yeah,
then.
you don't take a critical hit.
For that.
All
You're
right.
lucky. I think that result would have killed you, so I'm glad about it.
Yeah, that definitely would have sucked. I know the crit tables fairly well, and that would not have been pleasant.
Okay, so no, your vest absorbs the worst of it, but it smacks into your ribs and hurts a lot.
Yeah, 357 Magnum will do that.
At which point, let's jump to. You can hear some shooting from behind you, Novak. The way
I'm going to try and play it a little bit cool. I know the guy's closing in on me, and that might make him a little bit cocky. So I'm going to wait until the last minute and try and turn the tables on him at the last moment. Actually, do I want to do that?
There's your guy.
Depends. I'm walking away, and he's presumably following me, or is he closing in front of me? Like, is he following me from behind, or
he's following you from behind?
Are there any handy sort of reflections or mirrors or things that I can kind of sort of see him.
Apologise. Right.
He doesn't apologise.
You're last in the initiative track.
Okay.
Right. So what was your question? Sorry.
I was going to sort of
You're
try and
walking
turn the
through the
tables
crowds.
on him at the last minute, but obviously he's going to get the drop on me. So.
No, describe your trick to me.
Oh, well, I was going to wait for him and sort of pull a weapon or whatever, or sort of, I assume he's going to try and get really close to me and kind of like shoot me potentially in the back or something. And just as he's going to do that, I could, if he's assuming that I'm unsuspecting, I'd be able to roll out the way and push his gun out the side and then shoot him or take him into custody, disarm him. Use his kind of the fact that he doesn't know that I know he's there to my advantage. Because I suspect if he's a trained gun, he'll probably try and get quite close, and that means I can get him out of the way.
Yeah, okay, well, you can give me a check if you want to try and get the drop on him.
What would I...
My apologies, talkers, I'm scrambling a bit here.
No, that's okay.
Put a lot of rules together that I've not used before.
Yep.
Observation.
Manipulation.
Manipulation, I'm no good at manipulation.
Whoops.
That'll be an utter disaster. Oh, well,
push.
Yeah. Oh no, I've got a thing. I'll be all right.
Okay.
Now you see, this is
Fair, right. That gives you the initiative. It was pretty close anyway, as you're all on equal. So I'm giving you that gave you an extra bip. So that actually, so as he closes in, you've scoped out his position using the shop windows. And as he closes in, ducking between the people and stuff like that, you time your turn just perfectly to catch him by surprise. You get the drop on him.
Has he got a weapon drawn?
No.
Okay, I'll pull a weapon on him because my
The moment you turn to face him, he immediately moves to draw away.
Yeah, I'm going to draw a weapon.
Okay.
Now, my point would be that I would wait until I saw a weapon to shoot him, but I'd get a bead on him and say, "Freeze!" We don't call ourselves Blade Runners, do we?
Okay, no. LAPD.
Okay, yeah. Hey, freeze! LAPD.
He doesn't hesitate.
Okay,
He's got a blank look in his eyes as he levels his pistol in your direction.
Okay. Well, I'll shoot him if as soon as I can see the fact that he's drawing an actual weapon rather than a mobile phone or a summons to a legal case. So I'm gonna. Right. So do I roll on my firearms?
Now what we do is I have to get this right. It's set to be your turn. I will target him for you, and you roll your firearms.
He's a lawyer. He just wanted to serve you papers.
Have you targeted him?
Yes.
Firearm skill. There's no advantage.
You haven't got advantage, no.
That's final disadvantage. 2 dice, which gives me an automatic critical.
Ooh, that sounds good.
So now what do I do to get the damage? I go to my combat thing and roll item.
Right, so that's fine. You click accept.
Yeah, click accept.
Has that done anything?
No, because he was supposed to. You're supposed to do that do the right click on the weapon and roll item for the actual attack.
Right. So, right.
But you have if you go over to combat, and you'll see your weapon's damage profile, and
presumably I can just do it now.
Yeah.
Oh, I see. I see.
Yeah.
So I do it like that, and then that would have been the roll from the actual roll. Right. Okay, I've got it. Okay. So, what do you want me to do?
Well, you got a crit.
I'll just let you keep the first result. All right.
Yeah, that's fine. So
he takes 2 damage. Is that right?
Yeah, that takes 2 damage and a crit. Well, 2 eyes is presumably.
Oh, an extra.
And my damage is increased by 1, so each will increase the damage and the severity of the critical injury even more. So I'm doing 2 damage?
Yep, plus
1 is 3 plus a critical.
Are you firing a 4-4 round?
Yeah. I'm not
Okay.
faffing around.
What critical table is that on?
That's a
Piercing.
D.
Okay, do you want to roll? It's D10. 12. D12. It's whatever dice it says on the thing,
It's a
isn't it?
D12. Yeah. So how do I
Bloody hell,
roll
really?
a D12?
Blimey.
6.
6. You shoot him in the head. Crack his skull. He goes down with a head wound. Well, let's find out how deadly a head wound it is. Right here.
Apparently has disadvantage to observation and tech rolls.
That's that it.
That's the effect from a cracked skull. But it is lethal, apparently.
Oh no, that's the crushed skull I've just picked. That's not the one.
Yeah, that
so
means
6 is
with
a
that.
cracked skull, lethal, death save is a shift, and
Yeah,
then he
so
presumably
that
if he
means
survives, then
well, that means he has a one shift, and then he, if he isn't stabilized within that amount of time, then he has to make a death save.
okay. So it's a lethal
Yep.
shot anyway.
Okay, right, you shoot him in the head and he's down.
Yeah, that seems like a fairly.
Well, Fenna, you're having a slightly more difficult time with your chap. You can hear continuing shooting coming from Fenna. It's your go again. What are you doing?
Well, talking as a free action, I'm going to shoot again, but as I do, I'm going to say, "Stop resisting!"
LAPD,
Yeah, LAPD, stop resisting!
your weapon down.
Fire again.
Oh my God.
Now, I believe I have. You said I have disadvantage on this.
No?
Oh, okay.
Did I?
Well, because
No,
I got
'cause you
hit.
took a critical.
Did you take a critical?
Right. If I take.
No,
a
you
critical-
didn't get a critical in the end, did you? That's right.
No, I didn't get.
So
hit
this
with
guy's been hurled back by the sonic boom into a noodle stand. Noodles flying in all directions. He's kind of staggering up out of the noodle stand, covered in noodles, pointing his weapon again.
That's right.
Well, I crit him again. So
Oh yeah.
LAPD, stop resisting! Boom!
Stop it! He's already dead. Leave him alone.
All right.
That's
Give us
pretty bad
another-
now because that'll be base damage +1 plus a crit.
Yeah. So 1d10. Let's go ahead. Roll 10. Oh, well, that's not going to do that much. Oh, so
Teeth
7.
knocked out. But the 3 points of damage applied, or whatever it is, or is it 1 for a sonic round? Yeah, another
He's
2
taken,
points of damage.
He's taking
Well,
some. It's only 2
Well,
points.
for
of damage,
Sonic
isn't it?
Blast, it's 2 points base, and then
No, it's 1 point for a sonic blast
Oh.
plus the extra 1 for the crit. It's calculated it right. It's done it 2 points damage.
Okay. Oh, gotcha,
And the crit.
Okay.
No. He's doing Sonic. What pistol are you firing?
PKD
It's done it
FKM
right.
890.
The
done
Sonic
it
Blast is a base damage of 2.
It's
Yeah. Well, it even says in info's base damage too.
Bruce, you've got a different gun.
okay.
So that first shot should have actually been 3 damage, and then this shot is also 3 damage.
Okay, so
No, the first one. Oh well, okay. Did you do
No, I
2?
crit on the first shot as well.
okay, what was the critical result?
Oh, wow.
Teeth knocked
A
out.
1. Yeah, teeth knocked out.
Oh, right, teeth knocked out. Okay, you knocked some teeth out.
I've cracked his ribs, knocked some teeth out of his. He looks like a hockey player now.
But he's taken 6 points of damage.
Yeah, he has. He struggles up and levels his pistol at you.
Bloody hell.
Just as he's doing so, however, a figure rushes up behind him and smacks him on the head, knocking him down.
It's an angry noodle stand vendor.
Yeah.
Been chopsticks.
It's going to be bloody Styles, isn't it?
It is Styles, yes.
Oh, I fucking way.
Wow, he ran a long way.
Yeah, to run past me.
Damn, no, I
Yeah.
got that wrong, didn't I? It's not someone you recognise.
Thank you for the assist, I say to them, while keeping my weapon pointed at the downed suspect.
No problem, officer. Always happy to help an officer with the law, he says, dropping the improvised club that he picked up. Falls to the ground with a rattle, and he runs away.
As much as I'd love to go chase him, I do have a perp who just assaulted an LAPD officer right in front of me. So I'm gonna call a couple beat cops to come pick this guy up.
Okay. I'm sorry, we're
And-
not going to finish tonight. I'm sorry, guys.
Yeah.
Can we wrap it up pretty
Yeah.
soon?
Yeah.
Yeah, of course.
Well,
You're
yeah.
good.
My
Yeah.
apologies. I really feel I didn't do that very well. I'm also
That's
slightly
okay.
annoyed with the. Yeah, we'll talk in a second.
Yeah, that's fine.
So I was going to rush over to Fenna, having dealt with.
Okay, let's
But
quickly
it seems
deal
like
with the
everything's
aftermath of
okay. Have I lost Styles in all of the excitement?
that. Actually, no. Stars comes back to see what's going on.
I will act cool then and pretend that I wasn't following him, but was dealing with an unrelated police incident.
Yes, we've been on the trail of this one for some time.
I'll kick his weapon out of the way just in case he's not dead. Make sure
He's
check
not.
for a pulse, and then search for ID and call in the beat and check in with Fenna. You okay, Fenna? Fenna.
Yeah, I'm fine. Suspect has been neutralized. Calling in, beat officers to pick him up.
Thanks for the heads up. You might have saved my life there.
No problem. Did you have to? Well, yeah. So you were being followed too?
Certainly was.
Hmm. Black garb, combat boots.
Yeah,
Black
and I had
Lights
the
start
draw.
appearing all around the place as police spinners start piling in to assist and take over
I
the
had
scene.
I had the draw on him, and he still decided to go for his weapon, even though I had him banged to rights. Absolute suicide.
Same here, except my guy just feels like he went 10 rounds with insert current heavyweight champion here.
Is this guy a replicant or a human?
Well, they'll find that out at the station.
Is there any
Giving
immediately obvious?
A
Yeah,
quick.
that's fair.
The usual way of finding out is to look in the replicant into somebody's right eye, and the replicant has a marker in their right. The next 8 or next 9 has a marker in their right eye, which will tell you if they're well, they're not that. They have not got the mark in their eye.
Okay.
All right.
Right, I think we leave it there for time being. Okay.
Okay,
Cool.
Yeah.
thanks for watching. There will be another session to finish this off.
There will. Hopefully, we'll wrap it up next time.